welcome to my little cozy corner in Reverb Bayou. I was running errands and I was at Walmart and I saw this coloring book and I thought it was adorable. It's exactly my aesthetic. Poppy, but also kind of skull and bones, goth sort of look. I always check inside the coloring books I buy now to make sure it's not AI. I'm pretty sure this isn't AI. It might be. I mean, the hair right here doesn't look right. Actually, yeah, I think it is AI. Darn it. You know what? Hinkler Explorer or Kaleidoscope Coloring, hit me up. Let me know if this is AI. This front image looks AI, but the images on the inside are pretty consistent. There's nothing like weird. There's no weird hands or poorly designed shapes. So it looks pretty consistent. I would prefer if you guys didn't use AI. I mean, look at these earrings here. Yeah, I did not look at the front cover as much as I should have. But I did look on the inside, and the inside is pretty good. Yeah, please stop using AI to make coloring books. But I bought it, so we're gonna use it. Like a body without bones is what that looks like. So we're actually gonna start. Let's do this kitty cat. Most of the images on here are pretty cute. There's just some that I really don't care to color. I like dogs. Oh yeah, see, this is AI. Okay, my excuse though. I am not feeling good. I was not feeling good when I bought this, and I was in a rush. But yeah, this is AI. You can see inconsistent right there, inconsistent right there, right here. Yeah, so let's just color the images that look the best. But otherwise, I'm usually anti-AI, so. If you're like a big business, I'm not like somebody that's gonna scream at you for using AI. I'm not that type of person. I just think people should also have the design know-how before they try and push something as professional. And I don't think large corporations should use AI when they could hire somebody, give somebody work for much better design content. Okay, now that I'm off my soapbox, I got these crazy art markers because these were like $3 and I wasn't gonna pay Crayola $6 for the same thing. But if you think Crayola is better, let me know. Okay, and then, okay, these were cheap. These were like $1 or $2. And you can see these very vibrant purples and nice yellows and a lot of greens. So I had to get this one. Oh, and I didn't introduce you to Steve right here. Steve Wilbur? I don't know. I just got him. My brother gave him to me. And my niece said that it reminded her of me. So if you want to help me give it a name, write, comment down your name suggestions down below. Okay, get started. I think the cat should be green. So we're gonna do, this is gonna be our green shadow color. It's too dark, I don't like that one. This is gonna be our base green. We're gonna use, what's this one? Oh, that's like neon. We might use these two to do highlights. Okay. Then I've got my jarritos. Okay, let's start with the base green. Now, you know what? We should determine the light source first. I'm liking this star. It's like a shooting star. I'm gonna say this is gonna be our light source. So we're gonna have some highlights where that light source hits the hardest. Let's start with our highlights. Oh, let's see what, and I've got to put this page down underneath to protect the bottom layers. Oh, look how cute. Oh, but if I color this side, then this bunny, this cute little cult bunny, will be destroyed. Okay, you know what? We're gonna switch to these because I want to save that bunny on the other side. And since this one has a lot of greens, we'll do the same color scheme. Oh no, some of them are broken. Okay. That one looks good as our base. This one looks good as our highlight. And this one looks pretty good as our shadow. Yeah, we'll do the main part first. Let's do a color swatch. Oh, that's pretty. And our highlight. And our shadow. Oh, that's very light. Let's see if we can mix these. Oh, that kind of makes it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. Highlight first. We're gonna and the bum. I think it'll reach the foot a little bit right there. A little bit at the back of the leg. Let's see. Just use your imagination where you think the light will be. I think it would hit a little bit just on that side. Just like a hint of highlight right there. Let's see, I think that's good. I want to get some highlight on the bottom side of that. Okay, so I pressed that in pretty hard. So now I'm just gonna go a little bit lighter and diffuse it so that it'll have a nice gradient. We're just blending it out. You know what I watch when I'm like super stressed? When I need a break and I don't know what else to watch, I watch Bob Ross. They've got the Bob Ross channel on YouTube that you can just watch every episode for free. It's amazing. And without fail, every time that he's cleaning his brush, but he didn't start saying it until like season 2 or 3, you dip it in and then you beat the devil out of it when he's beating the brush against the metal side of his easel. Okay. Now we're going to see. You know what? Yeah, I'm thinking the tail looks like it was an add-on because this is like a Frankenstein kitty. Maybe this tail came from like a rat or something. So maybe we should give it like a pinkish yellow decaying rat corpse sort of look. So we won't do this. We won't use this base green color. But we'll just start going in. I'm gonna start at the blending it together right there. Did any of you guys have the big Crayola packet that came with like the crayon sharpener in the back? I guess if I use these enough that they become stubby, I could use like my eyeliner sharpener. I never use it's just like a generic sharpener. You know what? It's probably just a regular pencil sharpener. And they just slapped a cosmetics name on it. And they're like, yeah, use it to sharpen your eyeliners. Because it has like the smaller side and then the bigger opening for sharpening. I'm like, what would I ever use that for? I'm sure somebody uses it for their makeup, but I don't. All my makeup stick things are about HB pencil width. Listen, I'm not a professional colorer. So if you guys have any tips for coloring with markers and crayons or mixing the two, let me know. I am always eager to learn. And I'm just gonna fill in a light shade of this on the whole cat, and then add the shadow, and then go in with this again as a last step. Should I be applying for jobs right now? Yes. I applied to, I think, 4 yesterday. If anybody else is applying to jobs right now, you got this. We can do it. I just really needed a mental break. I don't think crayons lend itself well to layering because they're waxy. So when you put down one layer, the second layer just glides on top. Especially this sort of paper, like this cheap printing paper, isn't great for dry mediums. There is a special kind of paper that I don't know if they sell it anymore. I don't think they do. But it was like plexiglass paper, and you'd have to wear like protective gear when like coloring on it. This was like for professionals. So when they were doing layers, they wouldn't use crayons, but I'm saying they could if they wanted to. So they could put down a nice layer and then and mix it and do another layer and mix the colors on the paper because the paper was so scratchy. You know, this cat's living his best life. He might be a Franken kitty, but he's not letting that keep him down. I'm trying to make this as smooth as possible, but with you can see the directions that I'm coloring in, which bugs me. I like things to be smooth. Franken kitty, why are you so smelly? What kind of things do you guys like to watch on YouTube? I'm going through a weird phase right now where I just don't like anything. I did not put that down right. Yeah, you gotta constantly change sides with crayons. And I know I say that word weird and get made fun of all the time. But whatever. I don't particularly care about being made fun of. People are silly, and that's okay. I'm constantly trying to get my mom to sit down with me and write a children's book. She's a very good writer, but she's always putting herself down like, I'm not creative like you are. She is very creative, but you become what you say about yourself. You become what, if you don't learn any better, you become what people say about you. Like she grew up hearing from her mom, oh, girls just aren't good at math. So she grew up saying, I'm not good at math. I don't know, and I always heard that from her, but I think my dad offset that toxic thinking because he's always been like, our family is good at anything we put our minds to. So I think my dad's side of the family's narcissistic tendencies overcame my mom's side of the family. Their I can't do anything sort of mindset. But studies have shown that girls that are told you're good at math, you can do math, or you're good at science, you can do science, are like 80% more likely. I don't know the numbers, I just made that up. Anyway, they're much more likely to actually be good at math. And if you tell a young girl that she's bad at math, that she'll grow up to be bad at math. So if you've just accepted that you're bad at something and you keep on saying, I'm bad at this, you'll probably be bad at it. But you should be saying, I'm not good at it yet. I haven't succeeded yet. I'm always improving. I'm a hard worker. I can do anything I set my mind to. And you'll get better at it. Whatever you set your mind to, you can do it. I believe in you. Let's see if this is gonna blend how I want it to. It's not really, yeah. Maybe if I do in circles. Oh, speaking of growing up to accept something because you hear it so often, I just realized recently that I look really good in gold jewelry, but I never wore it until now because I preferred silver jewelry. But now I'm thinking, why did I prefer silver jewelry? And I was talking to my mom, and we were talking about jewelry, and she was like, oh, I hate gold jewelry. And I was like, oh, that's where I get it from. I grew up hearing from my mom, I hate gold jewelry. I only wear silver. I didn't even realize that I was internalizing her opinions about gold jewelry. But I look good in it. Don't let what your parents say about themselves affect you or how you perceive yourself. And I think I've realized that our parents are just big kids. There's things that they sometimes need help with, and having a better working on their self-esteem can sometimes be one of those. You know, it's not looking bad. It's not looking as good as I wanted it to be, but it's not looking bad. I imagine that the kitty is gonna have like with the body leaning a certain way, I would imagine there'd be like a cute little fat roll right here. So we're gonna add a shadow right there to give the belly area some dimension. And I think there would be a little bit of a shadow against the arm from the head. A little bit right here. Oh, and the shadow of the bracelet too. Let's see. And the shadow of the arm. So the arm, I guess, right there. Just a little bit right there. Oh, I messed that up. Whatever. Don't look at it. Add some dimension for the belly. Poor kitty cat. Had some surgery right there. Let's see. And a little bit of shadow right here. How many people out there prefer soft spoken versus whisper? Honestly, I think I prefer a mix of both. The change in volume helps me go to sleep. I used to when I was sick, I say kid, but honestly it was like teenager. When I was a teenager, whenever I'd get sick, I'd sleep in the living room and turn on the TV and watch the Pink Panther. Not the movie. I think the movie had Steve Carell in it. Steve Martin. Oh, who are those two guys? It's Steve Martin and Martin Short. Yeah. So it had Steve Martin in it. And I saw it as a kid and I was like, I don't understand it. But maybe if I watched it again as an adult, maybe it would make more sense. But I just could not follow the storyline when I was a kid or understand the humor. It's probably cast a little bit of a shadow down the front of the belly. And the tail probably also cast a shadow. Let's see. Well, it'll be, so shadows are going to be darker at the base, and then they're going to diffuse out. I'm not doing this very well, but yeah, shadows darker at the base, and then they get diffused. Okay, I think I've added the shadows where I wanted it to be. Now we're gonna go back in with our base green and do a second coat over everything. Hopefully it'll help blend everything together so you don't see my coloring strokes. Oh, that's turning out nice. I like that. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know if you can see that very well, but the wax on wax, in some parts it's just moving the wax. So it looks a little bit funky, but nobody but you guys are gonna see this, so. How's that looking on camera? It is blending the strokes a little bit better, so it's not as obvious. Do-do, do-do-be-do-be-do, do-do-be-do-be-do, do-do, do-be-do-be-do, do-do, do-be-do-be-do. That song has been used in so many reels and TikToks that, like, I just start singing it whenever I'm doing something a little bit mind numbing. Do do be do be do do be do be do do. I colored outside the lines. think I'm gonna color the background of this thing. I don't have that amount of patience. And it's not like a scene. I don't like coloring backgrounds when they're not like part of a scene. Like they just threw in stars in the background and like some lines to suggest a floor right there. But like if this was like a living room scene or something, then I would color it, but maybe I should have added some more highlights on the head. I don't like how flat the head looks. I don't think I have the patience to like be careful about not coloring the paper clip. I messed up. It's okay. No mistake. No such things as mistakes. Just happy accidents. Oh, I had a happy accident right there too. Okay, that's looking good. I don't know if you can even tell the difference where the shadow's supposed to be. Let's do another. Maybe I'll do the stitches black or something. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Let's just finish that and move on to the tail. Right, we're going for like a mottled corpse. This looks good as our corpse color. Well, fleshy color. That's a good flesh color. How should we make the flesh look sickly? Granny Smith apple. Granny Smith apples have a little bit of yellow in them. So we're gonna do some spots of Granny Smith apple green. Then we're going to go over with our peach and do a hard layer, blend it in. Try and see how it blends together. Ooh, that's good. I don't know if you can tell. It looks very rotted flesh. Ooh, I like that. Poor kitty cat. Somebody gave him a rat tail. Somebody was me. I could have just colored it like a kitty cat tail, but then it wouldn't really be a true Franken kitty, you know? You gotta take parts from different places. Nice. That looks good, if I do say so myself. Ooh, what color should the pads of the paw be? Should they also be like a mottled? No, can't do that to a kitty. Ooh, okay. I like this periwinkle. What if we did periwinkle and cadet blue together? Let's see. Oh, I like that. We're gonna outline the paws with the cadet blue. To give the paws dimension. If it works. Like it works in my head. I don't know if that works. Yeah, that's not coming through. I do not have a black in here. Oh, what about this dark purple? And the thickness of the wax changes depending on the color, if anybody else has noticed that. Okay, let's see how this looks. It's a very subtle difference, but I don't know. It's the paws aren't just looking like they're dipping in. I want them to look rounded at the top. Well, that's fine. Looks fine. Periwinkle. Okay, the heart. What color should the heart be? Probably. Okay, I've got two pretty colors. This one is Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy Randy. And Orchid. Oh, that's pretty. I think I want to try and blend this together. Let's see. Yeah, I can. This one's like a thicker wax than this one. So I'll have to do this one at the bottom first. Again, a very subtle difference. I don't know if you can. Oh, just messed that up. See, that's the thing with wax. You can scrape it off. And the color of this right here. Ooh, I see a cute color. This one is Wisteria. Pretty. We're just gonna do. It's not come out. For this one, I want the band, the bracelet, to look metal. So we're gonna leave some parts uncolored. Not that I did a very good job of conveying that. And the eye patch, I feel good orange color would look good. Like a pastel orange. It's not very vibrant. Okay. And for the stitches, I don't know, what is this color? Caribbean green. Oh, that does look like a sea green. It's pretty. Oh, and this one right here. In my head, the doctor did Caribbean green stitches so that they would blend in better. Franken Kitty already has a lot going on. He don't need people staring at the stitches too. Okay, and that is it for today. Join me and tentatively Steve, name to be decided, again next time. And we will color the cute little colt rabbit right there. My voice is already giving out. Okay. Remember to tell yourself that you're awesome. And we'll see you next time. Bye.